Hello again. I bet you've noticed a new camera angle. I don't know if I like it or not. I might change it, I might not. I'm not too sure. It's just every time I turn on this camera, my hair looks 10 times worse than it did in the mirror. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. I completely forgot. I was gonna call this fuck cool mine. I don't know if you can see our messages, but he's been free all day and hasn't responded to me once. This fucking guy. And then he decides to call me right before I hit this record button. Like, I literally was going up here to hit the record button, and then and then he just starts calling me. Like, what the fuck? This guy has like the worst timing in the world every time, without fail. So, but yeah, I did want to talk about something pretty serious today, and I'm debating whether even bringing it up, or whether or not even bringing it up, because it's something I've been like really dealing with and has been causing me problems. It literally eats away at my creativity. I haven't been able to make half as much music as I've ever wanted to make, and I haven't been able to, do anything cool because of what keeps me worried. Like, this shit really eats away at my happiness all the time, without fail. But it's just the reason why I don't really want to talk about it, or I'm trying to avoid talking about it, is because I don't really know how to explain it without sounding like a bitch. You know what I mean? Without sounding like a normal human who also faces these problems. It's just these problems are like magnified 10 million times for me. Then it's like nobody else seems to have these problems. Like, they have them, but nowhere near as bad as me. Like, it affects me so much more than they do. And that problem is time. It's literally just the passing of time. And I know people are like, oh yeah, dude, dying is scary, I want to be a kid too, but it's like, I feel like my life is ending. Like, and I'm not even 19 yet. I'm about to be 19. I'm going to be 19 on February 25th. But I feel like I was 17 like 3 months ago. This shit is nightmarish. I feel like I should still be in school. I don't want to be 20. I'm no longer, this is my last years as a teenager. This is like it, dude. I have one more year after this of being a teenager, and then that's gone. It's just terrifying, and nobody seems to really care as much as I do. And I think about this all the time. I've cried myself to sleep so many times about just how fast time is moving, and how I will never be this young again. How I'm going to look at this current age and look at the things that I'm doing and feel nostalgic for them. You know what I mean? Like, there's shit that I miss. There's shit that I did that I miss so much. There are people that I just miss so much that I will never be able to talk to again. There's just so many things that I didn't want to end that have ended years ago. And there's things that are ending right now. I just have such a problem with change, and I have such a problem with getting older as a person. Like, I genuinely feel 16 still. I have for the past 3 years. I don't want to be an adult, and that sounds so fucking gay. I don't want to own my own house. I don't want to do any of this shit. I've been working for 3 years now, and I'm already like, it's just, I don't feel happy being alive at this current moment. That sounds emo as shit. Ugh, I might edit this video just because I'm genuinely, like, I'm so self-aware, it's crazy. Like, I'm gonna look back on this at, like, 20 and be, ew, what the fuck was I saying? You know what I mean? I don't know, I'm just, my brain is all over the place, and, my friend described it a little bit ago, my friend Ryan, he described it as time anxiety, because I don't know what the name of this is. I think it's like a early life crisis. I don't know what this would be. And it's not just like the passage of time. Like, that's the biggest thing. That's what worries me the most. But it's just looking at everything in the just in the vicinity of like just looking at everything, just looking at my hands, I can't help but like feel weird. Like I have a nose, I have two hands. It doesn't feel like normal. Like nothing really feels normal for me. None of this shit feels normal. I have a camera in front of me right now. What the fuck? I'm using a computer like a human. It's so weird to say, and it's going to be like, yeah, that's what humans do, but like, why? I sound so fucking retarded right now, but I'm freaking out. I feel like I'm losing my mind, because nobody else sees things how I see them, and whenever I bring up these problems to other people, they're like, literally, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, nobody's afraid of death because, you know, it's so far away. But when I was 10, I thought being 20 was so far away, and I'm almost 20. And eventually I'll be 30. And then eventually I'll be 50. And then that's more than half my life that's gone. I've ever since I was like 15, everything that I loved doing slowed down, and I made so much music when I was 15, and it was all horrible, but I still made it, and I put a lot of hard work into it, and I loved doing it. I make like 2 songs a year now, and I can't really get that drive back anymore. And that's the same thing with like modding things and doing silly shit like learning how to code. Like it's just, I don't want to do any of that. And I'm having such a hard time with doing things that I love because I'm too busy worried about something I cannot control. But that, I really wanted to talk about this just to see if there's like anybody else that thinks like this, because I feel like I'm the only one here. I feel like I'm completely isolated in this problem.